Hello. Hello. It's the camera that's even the issue. Let's just set up.
We call this conference to give you an update on the incident that...
There's no audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. We call this conference today to give you an update on the incident that took place yesterday at the Central Hospital. You will recall that the conference we had yesterday, I did announce that we were able to rescue 6 out of the 7 workers that were trapped. Unfortunately, when help reached the last man, early hours today, he had passed on. So we thought we should update you on that. With me here is the Commissioner for Works. I think he would also like to speak to some of the issues. Frank?
Fortunate events of yesterday on preliminary investigation suggest that in the process of constructing and placing concrete on the last floor, the crane, which was carrying a bucket full of wet concrete, malfunctioned, and the bucket came down heavily on structural aspects of the building that were still under construction. This accounted for the partial collapse and damage to the side of the building, and also caused the rubble to fall on some of the workers that were working there at the time. Fortunately, work for the day was concluding and only very few workers were trapped. The first worker that was trapped was rescued within an hour of the incident. It took some time. In fact, it took to about 2 a.m. this morning before the second and last person who was trapped was rescued. Unfortunately, he had passed on by the time we could get him out at around 5 a.m. this morning. Now, the state government is fully committed to investigating and finding out if there are any other collateral damage to the structure. Therefore, we will be summoning a team of structural experts from across the country to help us evaluate the amount of collateral damage and ascertain the structural integrity of the remaining part of the building. And that, of course, will necessitate that we stop work on the site at this time while this evaluation is going on. Once this evaluation is done and we have clearance from the structural experts, we will continue with the contract as originally envisaged. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Questions or clarifications you need?
Issued in the is an expatriate staff until we have...
What was the position of the man who died in the film?
They just say,